Hey, welcome to Get to Know Me, and I'm here with.
JIGGZ the King, and
Carla Henry.
Okay, how y'all doing?
we're doing good. We're doing good. How are you doing tonight, DZ?
I'm doing good as well. So, can y'all tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started?
Sure, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, my name is JIGGZ the King. I'm a dancehall reggae slash hip hop trap artist. I also do Latin music. I I'm in Miami, Florida right now. You feel me? And we out here. Respect.
Okay.
My name is Carla Henry. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but as my husband just said, we live in Florida. I do music, I do dancehall and Trinidad, Caribbean style music, as well as I create content. Um, yeah, I have a lot going on right now. I am definitely trying to get into other things like acting and that kind of thing. But for now, I'm an artist.
Okay. So, my first question for both of y'all is, if you had to describe yourself as one animal, which would it be?
Ooh, an
You first.
animal. Um, an animal. That's a good question. Okay, so if I was to be an animal, maybe I would be a lion because I like to think that I am small, but I can be intimidating and I am very strong, but I also have a tame side.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I would definitely say a dragon,
Why
for
dragon?
sure.
dragon. Spit in that fire.
You already know.
Okay. My second question is, what's the most embarrassed you ever felt?
The most embarrassed. That's kind of a tough one because I don't really get embarrassed because I'm one of those people that can laugh at themselves. So when I'm in a compromising situation or something that should theoretically make me feel embarrassed, it's like I just laugh. It's like I it becomes a funny moment for everybody.
Yeah, I understand. I chipped my tooth and was laughing.
Exactly. You know the vibes.
Yeah. The most embarrassed I ever felt, I think, it was one time I skipped school as a teenager, and my mom basically came to my school the next day, and I wouldn't say like she whacked me really bad, but she did like embarrass me in front of my schoolmates. So yeah, definitely my most embarrassing moment.
Well, that plays into what is your favorite childhood memory?
You can go first on this one.
Childhood memory. I have so many great childhood memories, but the one that really stood out. Hmm. Childhood memories.
You want me to go first and you get a
Yeah, you
chance?
should probably go first because
All
I
right.
can't
One of
think of
my
one.
favorite childhood memories is definitely when I was younger. My father, he used to have a band. My father and my two uncles. So like normally you gotta go to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But whenever we were in the studio, I was allowed to stay up till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So I guess just being in the studio in the late nights and seeing like just the process of how music was made,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right. Okay. So I have a little music one too, and that would probably be most connected to what I'm doing right now. So when I was growing up, I grew up in church, and I was about 8 years old, and I would say from about 6 or 7, I knew I wanted to be a singer. So at 8 years old, there was a crusade, like a big church crusade, where they would, like go and invite the whole entire neighborhood and stuff to come out. And there was about maybe 300 people there. And they just asked if people wanted to come up. And I was like so excited and ready to be a singer that I just went up randomly and sang. I can't remember the song, but I remember that I went up and I sang, and it was like one of the greatest feelings of my life, being that young and getting like a great reaction from a crowd and doing what you love and know you want to do for the rest of your life.
Okay. Is there anything you wish that you can bring back into fashion?
It's a fashion.
Huh. Um, maybe like them dungarees, like them Tom Sawyer pants. I used to wear those back in the day, but they were baggy. Maybe we could bring back something like a slightly tighter stretch fit. That's
Yeah,
not like on that wave, but that has a vibe.
yeah,
I really want to bring back bell bottom jeans because as a teenager, I used to love those. And I kind of think that bell bottom is coming back in, right?
I'm
It's
not
kind of,
sure.
well, I
The
know
wrong
like
person to
now,
ask.
now they do have like those soft pants bell
Mhm.
bottom.
Right.
So I think it's coming back.
yeah. Who would you want to be stranded with on a deserted island?
You.
Definitely her. My wife, for
Okay.
sure.
If you can go back in time and change one thing, what would it be? And it
Back in
doesn't have to be
time.
personal either.
Back in time. Let me see.
Back in time.
Wow. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
If I could go, I'm like one of those people that really believe like, every decision that you make is the right decision, regardless of if it appears to be the wrong decision at the time, because it could end up being a lesson that causes you to make the right decisions in the future. So, I mean, from it would have to be a personal answer where it would be like I would have to mention an ex or somebody that I was with, or like maybe a group of people that I used to be around at a certain time that was probably not for me. So I guess it would be that kind of situation. I don't really want to call out no names, but just like to answer it.
So basically, for me, I feel like I gave up music a couple years ago. And that's just because I feel like I had put my all into it, and then maybe I wasn't getting where I wanted to be as fast.
Yeah.
So for a while, for maybe 5 or 6 years, I gave up on music to where I wasn't writing, I wasn't like doing any kind of voice training, just not musically inclined. And if I could turn back time, I would definitely not stop. And in those 5 years, I would continue writing and continue creating. So that's definitely something that I would change if I could
Okay.
turn back time.
Yeah.
Who would you want to play you in a movie about your life?
Who would I want to play me
Yeah.
in a movie like a bio?
Yep.
I would have to say Johnny Depp. Yeah.
You got
Definitely Johnny Depp. We pull the hair out.
I think if I could really think about one person, I mean not because she's like me or anything, but I think she would play me good would be Kiki Palmer.
okay.
Oh,
'Cause she has
What's
a
one
lot of
thing you'll never do again?
one thing I'll never do again. Let me see. That's an easy one though. I'll never try and limit a bike on 95 for sure.
Whoa. What's one thing I'd never do again? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so before years ago, I used to be a lot more liberal about the way I feel about politics. And I've had some bad experiences in the sense that people would bash me because of my political decisions. And I made a promise to myself never to, like get into politics with my friends and family members again because I don't like the conflict that it brings.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about your career?
Favorite thing about my career? I would have to say just being around music and being able to create. You know, my favorite thing about music is being able to travel and being able to perform in different places. So, due to the corona and that whole vibe, it's like it's not really what it used to be. But we're looking forward for like 2021 after the summer for things to open up again so we can start getting back on the road and start doing stuff, you know.
Okay.
But definitely just being around the music. It could be as just somebody at a party listening to the music. Like that's just to be able to vibe in that space, you know.
Have you done any like live shows, anything like over the phone type things?
Yeah, we've done a few live shows. We actually did. Me and Junior Pinchers did an interview the other day for this radio station in the UK. I've also done Ultra Music Fest. I did High Times with Rick Ross, Lee Scratch Perry, Beanie Man. I've done a few shows in Wynwood, in London, Jamaica, you know.
And which was your favorite out of all of those?
I would have to say Ultra, because Ultra is one of the biggest music festivals in the entire world. And just the response that we got and the way it happened, it was pretty special. You know, it's like it gave me a lot of drive to continue doing music.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What's your favorite thing
what I
about
love
your career?
about my career is
Yeah.
that. Okay, so what I love about music is that you could touch people so easily with music, and like even though my reach is not like great, I feel like the little amount of people that I do touch, they I love the reaction that I get from them. And they make me feel even more inspired to continue doing what I love doing. You know, just by the way I feel like I might inspire them, or I might trigger some whatever feeling in them through my music. That's, I think, one of the most rewarding things about being an artist, getting those reactions and feeling those
Cheers on that.
feelings.
And when you gave up, were they begging you to come back and all that?
Pardon?
Were your fans begging you to come back? Like, you know, when you gave up, when you started taking a break?
Well, to be honest with you, there was a lot of transition when I gave up. And yes, I did have like a lot of people that were close to me that was asking me, you know, why don't you start back doing music, whatever. But I believe everything in the right time, you know. And at that time in my life, I was like getting married, having kids and that kind of thing. And it just wasn't the right time for the music. And now I feel more than ever it's the right time, you know.
Yeah, I understand, because I gave up on music myself. So
Yeah.
I understand. What song? So this plays into my last thing, since you said music bring everybody closer. What song would you say mostly describes you?
What song would I say? What? Sorry.
Mostly describes you.
Mostly describes me.
Well, I would have to say like all of my music is kind of like it's about like moments in my time and like how I felt, and it's a lot of personal stuff. But I have a song that came out recently where I only have a verse on the song, but it's called Real Till the End, which I guess that song mostly describes me.
And do you write or do you freestyle?
I do both, to be honest.
Yeah. I honestly, my songs doesn't really describe me. You know, it's more on a vibe of like a party vibe or just something dramatic. But I guess Dip Dip might be more of like my type of vibe, like explains the type of vibe that I carry.
You're on.
Okay.
So yeah, but were you like asking from my music or like from?
It could have been your music or any song that you like really relate to of your favorite artist.
I still want to know what exactly describes me.
Well, I gotta say, big up Cartel. That's one of my favorite artists all time. So any one of those songs that he did, I'll definitely say, yeah, you see me. Okay. But always check For Real Till the End by JIGGZ. You feel me? Because that's one of those ones that's out there right now, you know?
Okay. And my final question for y'all, or what do y'all see yourself in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, I just see a lot of production because we plan to expand not only as artists but as like a producer. You know, I plan to open up a studio down here in Miami and start getting like just the culture, like whoever I can't record in Jamaica or who can't get to record down here, I want to like teach them how to do it and just be able to like bring good vibes and allow people to be able to create their vibe and allow the world to see it, you know, even if it's one, two, three, 100 people, you know. So my goal is in the next 5 years to use my platform to try and see if I can help people to get their vibes out there, you know.
Okay. Are you all signed or do y'all have your own little label situation?
Well, I'm actually signed to my own label that's signed to another label, which is Inner Cat Music.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm signed to his label.
Okay.
So I'm still basically independent with him. Where I see myself in 5 years, I definitely know this is the beginning of me like putting out a lot of music, putting out a lot of content. I grew a lot within the last year on TikTok and Instagram because of my content creation on TikTok. And I definitely see myself within the next year expanding as a content creator, expanding as an artist, as a musician, as well as I see a lot of good what do you call that? A lot of good landmarks I'm going to reach in the near future. You know, I know that I am going to go from strength to strength, especially as an artist. And I hope that there will be some awards and some.
Absolutely. You know, we'll take those for sure.
Yeah, definitely some achievements within the next 5 years in the music. Looking forward to those.
Milestones for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have anything you want to promote? Your social medias, your websites, your music?
Sure, of course. You could follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube at Carla Henry _. Well, my YouTube is just Carla Henry. So it's CARLA Henry HENRY _. And yeah, check out my music videos on my YouTube channel. Check out some of my content on YouTube. Also, if you click on my bio links in my Instagram or my TikTok, you will basically see links to everything that I'm doing and into currently. Okay. So check me out.
Because I'll post y'all links at the bottom of the description too. I just want you so send me y'all links so I can post them too.
Okay, thanks a lot. Definitely.
And you already know, it's JIGGZ the King. You can find me on Instagram as JIGGZ the King, JIGGZIE THEKING. Go ahead and look for my music on YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever platform is out there. Apple Music, it's on all of them.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, my music is as well. Everywhere music can be streamed or bought, our music is there.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys for joining me. It was great having y'all on.
We really appreciate you, DZ. You feel me? And hopefully we can do another interview, like maybe in the future, and like, you know, we can come back to this one and see where we went from there to now. You know, that'd be a good vibes, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate y'all. Yeah,
have a good night. Thanks a lot for having us. Good night.